Just keep your eyes closed. Please see it for yourself. Long before you follow this injunction that na buddhi vedam janayat, may you never create confusion or conflict of interest, ajnanam karmasanginam, for the ignorant as well as the people who are involved with so many activities in life. You must ask a question: are you free from confusion? Sitting down quietly for some time, taking a pause in your life. First, look at yourself. Are you confused? Or you see things as they are? And in order to see things as they are, you must see yourself as you are. If you are confused about yourself, where you take yourself to be not who you are, but through what you have, a thought, a notion, an emotion, an idea, your body and riches, you are already confused. Therefore, there is no question of your giving a direction to somebody free from confusion. So long before you implement this direction, then never create confusion, conflict. Ask yourself the question: are you free from confusion, conflict? Do you know the destination? Are you sure of yourself? It's like telling somebody, you must never hurt people. Ask yourself a question before you want to hurt or not to hurt. Do you hurt yourself? If you feel hurt, you cannot escape, resist hurting others. Your pain is so much, you find relief making other people's life more painful. The confused find solace in giving a wrong direction which is accepted by the ignorant. When other person in his ignorance accepts his suggestion, the confused man gains a sanction for his confusion. by yourself, you are not sure. That is why cults, when thousands of people follow something, the man who perpetrates the cult feels comfortable. Nobody is allowed to question. Whereas in the knowledge absolute about yourself, you question every identity. You see distinctly the difference between who you are and all that you have. When you know the direction, you don't confuse anybody. In fact, in the hopeless situation of the ignorant, you see all the hope. In the darkness of ignorance, in the darkness of ignorance of the average man, you always see the light of wisdom. When you are aware of yourself, you see things about others which others are not capable of seeing for themselves. That is why you are comfortable with everybody and everything. So see for yourself. Are you sure of yourself? In order not to confuse somebody, you must be absolutely clear in your insight, in your wisdom. A wisdom which can take all questions, challenges, and stands unscathed. In spite of the best attempt to negate, dismiss, challenge, question the truth that you are. With that conviction, you sit down like a rock. Achaloyam sanatana. Immobile, like a rock you sit down. Ever fresh, ajo nitya sasutayam purana. Who you are, unborn, eternal, ever existing. Just see that for yourself. See that for yourself, friends. As being with the silence, you enjoy the song of the cuckoo at a distance, the call of a peacock, the talks, or the speech of a man at a distance. Any sound, each one has a place of its own. There is no resistance or craving for any sound, because you are with the silence eternal. Same way, being with yourself who you are, which is not a role. First you are comfortable with all your roles, and that is why you are comfortable with the roles that the others play. How much it should be done, should not be done, comes later on. First comes your acceptance of everything as it is. Then you choose. To change or not to change. But your being who you are doesn't depend upon any change or condition outside. To be yourself, to be the happiness, no conditions apply. And therefore, for others' sake, you do not make this truth conditional, and therefore no confusion. When you make it conditional, the other person is confused, paralyzed, persecuted, because he cannot fulfill your conditions. He gets confused, frustrated. When you accept the other person for who he is, that brings a sense of comfort, acceptance. Only danger in that is when you are accepted by a wise man, you may take it for granted that you have already reached everything. The acceptance comes to give you the direction. First, to make yourself comfortable with what you have, so that you go back to who you are. That is why mere goodness or acceptance can confuse somebody if there is no direction in acceptance. Being accepted by the wise, the person may develop a sense of false confidence, where he shall blame everybody else as incapable of seeing the qualities in him what the other people see, the wise man sees. He forgets it is not his greatness, it is wise one's accommodation, acceptance. And this is tested out. The moment you leave the shadow of the Wise One, when you go to the world, suddenly everybody is critical. You yourself can be confused. So see for yourself. Absolute surety who you are. There is no confusion with any role, any thought. And therefore, you know how to play the role. And therefore you don't confuse anybody, asking them to drop everything or to stick to a role, or giving him a new role. But help him to be himself. Roles have their place. No need to dismiss or to cling. Do as the situations demand. But you being yourself, in that there is no choice. Be that silence, awareness. Stave Vedeshangapadakramopaniषदि Gayantiyam Samagaha Yanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Suragana Devaya Tasmai. Verse number 31 onwards. Ye me matamidam nityam anutishtanti manavaha shraddhavanto nasuyantah muchyante tepi karmavihi ye tvetadabhyasuyantah nanutishtanti me matam sarvajnana vimudhanstan viddhi nashtana chetasah sadrusam cheshtate swasyaha prakrutir jnanavanapi prakrutim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati sadrusham cheshtate swasyaha prakruterjnanavanapi prakrutim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati. Mahadeva. So we saw it yesterday elaborately. Please see that language, buddhi bhedam na janayet, it will be like a lifetime's injunction in life. Never ever create a conflict of interest or any type of conflict in somebody, especially in the matters of the self, the absolute. Because the person is already confused by being under the spell of ignorance. So a teacher is not required anymore to contribute to that confusion. When a person is already starving, already suffering, should you add to his suffering? That is where comes your compassion, your absolute sensitivity with yourself. For your personal gain, you don't confuse people. It's like somebody says, you do this ritual, everything shall be solved. For you, it has not happened. You breathe twice a day, every problem will be solved. You are still a riddle, an enigma, a puzzle. You touch something, hug something, see something, chant something, all problems will be solved. Does it happen to you? So why are you adding to the confusion of the individual? Please appreciate. This is, you must feel it. When the person is already writhing with pain, what's the idea of whipping him further? He's already starving. Malnutrition. What are you giving wrong food for? The moment you decide you want to help somebody, ask yourself the question, has it helped me? Are you honest? That is why the whole plan, yesterday we saw that, the whole plan. Or else we see the people say, everybody must be educated. You are educated. How far it has solved your problem? You must be rich. You are rich. How much has it solved your problem? In contrast, like if you are poor, you have certain problem. So you are rich, certain problems are solved. Physical problems. Hunger is not a problem, thirst is not a problem, because you can eat when you are hungry, drink when you are thirsty. The rain comes, you have a shelter. Winter comes, you have a shelter. Summer comes, you have an air conditioning. Disease comes, you have a doctor. Medicine, you have medicine. So all these things you can have. Comforts you have organized. But has it given you a sense of absolute security, absolute freedom, absolute fearlessness, no anxiety of any kind? If somebody asks this question, you shall be philosophical and yourself say, nobody has been happy in life, how do you know? Nobody is free from anxiety. When you give that type of vague, evasive statement, what it means is, when you say, nobody has become happy, meaning I need not be, you may argue it out. You cannot suffer the emptiness. That is the disease of the modern man. You have an argument for everything. Nobody can be happy in this world. Who said that? How can you be free from fear and anxiety? Human life means there is a problem. Man is mortal. These are the type of adage. These are the type of statements from the day one it has gone into our head. Dinned into our head. Man is mortal. Do I need a scripture for it? A teacher for it? Of course man is mortal. What is so big deal about it? You call somebody, come on, I'll give you the secret information. What is that? Man is mortal. What nonsense. The sun will rise at 6 o'clock. I'll give you information. Today is Sunday. What nonsense. Yeah, obvious. You don't need all these things. That is why people cheat each other. As though giving some new information. That you have to accept everything. What else am I doing? Helplessly accepting. Misery is normal. Human life is a pain. Life is misery. We don't need philosophy for that. Somebody must let me know about myself. But the whole world has gone into that, where not many people get a chance even to listen. I don't have to say that, Upanishads declare. Sravanayopi bahubhir yavna labhyah. You know that? Remember that verse in Kathopanishad? Sravanayapi bahubhir yavna labhyah. Srunvantopi bahavo yamna viduh. Sravanayapi bahavo Sravanayapi na labhya. For millions and billions, it is not available even for listening. Sravanayapi, just to listen to this truth, that there is your absolute, your infinity, that is not available for billions of people. Srunvantopi, and few people who listen to it, bahuvi yavna vidyu, bahavo yamna vidyu. Even after listening to it, many don't recognize it. That is the truth. So the person has a tremendous responsibility. Before you open your mouth, you ask yourself a question. Do I know? Am I sure of myself? Yes. Go ahead. Or else, what will you do? You'll create confusion for somebody. The person is already confused. Why? Because we saw that. Language where you say, Prakrute kriyamanani. Just a little reference. Gunai karmani sarvasa. Ahankara vimudatma kartahamiti manyate. This is natural to everybody. Therefore, don't condemn ignorance. Prakrute kriyamanani gunaihi karmani sarvasa. With the sense organs, guna and karma, guna gunesu vartante, vajisha, karanani vishaya. The sense organs naturally see the sense object. See? The bird is singing. Can you escape hearing? You cannot escape hearing. So what is the question of telling, I can hear? Oh, you can hear. Because your ears hear, therefore you can say, I can hear. Or because you say, I can hear, therefore the ears are hearing. Please see. See the naturalness of it. Don't, for God's sake, drag the qualities of the sense organs to yourself. Oh, it's so cold. Because you are feeling cold, it is cold. Or because it is cold, you are feeling cold. Did you create the coolness of the weather? Natural. It's cold. So what shall I do? One man say, suffer. Oh, this is very uncomfortable, I'm miserable. So, you put on the heater. Oh, now I'm happy. This is man's relative pain and pleasure. And the person thinks that is absolute. So, if I can avoid cold in the winter season, if I can avoid the heat in the season, it's like sugarless sugar, fat-free cheese, cold-free cold, heat-free heat, then life will be fantastic. No. You will be very comfortable. But miserable you shall continue to be. Mortal. The person does not know anything about himself. And ahankara will be natural. Just like perception is natural, ahankara also natural. Ahankara vimudhatma. What is ahankara? Beautiful Shankara, gives that definition. Karya karana sanghata atma pratyaya ahankara. Karya karana sanghata atma pratyaya. In karya karana sanghata, in the body and sense organs, mind, atma pratyaya, taking that to be yourself, which is natural to everybody. So ahankara also natural to everybody. Are you getting that point, please? It's not that somebody has ahankara, somebody doesn't have the ahankara. No. Everybody has the individuality. That is why unnatural, understand, unnatural, confusing, conflicting teaching is what? First class, you should not have ahankara. Give me a break. You understand how it is? Advice. What is that advice? Don't have an ahankara. What? It's like telling somebody, don't see. Not seeing solving the problem, or knowing how to see doesn't solve your problem. So food is bothering you, right? So don't eat. If you don't eat, you will die. Tell what to eat, how to eat, not to eat. You understand the action? Thou shalt not, you shall not, you know. No, don't. Conflict. Or do. This is the only thing to be done. Who said that? But that is how the confusion begins. The people who live with these do's and don'ts, they shall see to it that the whole world suffers. Why? If that is taken away, their authority goes away. Total authority goes away. If the rules are taken away, are you getting that point, please? If the rules are taken away, where is the authority? You want to control people? Have rules. What we are talking about is the highest responsibility. I am not talking about the physical world. There you have to have, you can't say, I am the Brahman, the Atman, the Absolute, so I can go first lane, second lane, third lane, fourth lane, any lane. I am the Brahman, the Absolute, I can hit you, I can slap you, I can do... No. Here the absolute freedom is talking about yourself. To be free, to be happy, to be immortal, absolute, fearless. Nothing needs to be done. Even ahankara need not be removed. Why? Because ahankara is a functional thought. Do you really understand? Do you really understand? Because when you tell somebody the ahankara must be removed, don't have the ahankara, it's like you are putting a condition as though there must be total banishment. It must be banished forever. Even you should not say the I. And when you say I, whether you are using it or you are really being a arrogant, ahankari, a person with individuality, how does the other person know? Because same word has to be used. I tell you I am hungry, but I am very clear in my perception, I am the Absolute, no kshudha, no trusha, no hunger, no thirst, body is hungry. Will you understand when I am telling I am hungry, that I am talking from the Absolute standpoint, that I am free, but my body is hungry? Will you understand that statement? How will you know? That is why wise man can be misunderstood like any ignorant person. I am also walking, you are also walking. I am also eating, you are also eating. Look how he is eating so nicely. Then what else will do? Anything can be misunderstood. Do you understand the point, please? Only you can see it for yourself. Because if you give an injunction, don't see this, don't hear this, don't touch this, don't taste that, don't do that, a person can very well fulfill those conditions and can be a rogue number one inside. Pure vegetarian. Never hurts an animal, but kills every man in the street. You know Hitler? Hitler was a perfect example. Total vegetarian. Would you like to be Hitler? I mean, would you like to be a vegetarian like Hitler? Therefore don't say, I should start eating now, bring a chicken and let me kill it now. No. What right have you got? But don't attribute, just because somebody follows all the don'ts, make him a very wise person. No. That can be a very strong conditioning. You are born in a family where everybody is a vegetarian. You are born in a family where there is no luxury, where life is simple. Why? Because you can't afford luxury. So shall I worship you? Understand? And no time. Never create a confusion. Meaning, first see for yourself. Are you confused? When your heart blooms, when you see clearly who you are, and therefore you have no resistance to any role, happy with yourself, happy with every thought, every impression, every emotion is your handmaiden. Every emotion you use, you learn how to use. It's there all everywhere. That is why you become so free and fresh, absolutely fresh. This laughter, jokes, all this from where it comes, total freedom inside. Any moment of laughter also you are free. Do you know why people love to laugh? Because when I'm telling you a joke, you are laughing. You know what happened that time? You are totally not there. If you are there, you will not laugh. You are there means, sitting down as a listener, analyzer, you will not laugh. A simple thing, one auto mechanic fellow, and the doctor comes in, gives his car. Okay? Gives his car. He says, sir, please see that car. So the person looks at the car and then after 20 minutes, he said, please take your car, and nothing wrong. And gives him a bill for 100 rupees. He said, nothing wrong? He said, yes, nothing wrong. Then what are you charging for? He said, no, I learned from you. Yesterday, 3 days back, I went to your hospital. You told there is nothing wrong, but you took your fees. The medical doctor, he told me that there is nothing wrong. But for that you charge me 100 rupees. So the same thing also, your vehicle. When you are laughing at it, what does it mean? Suddenly there is a clarity. That time with yourself. Why people love to laugh? You see, any moment of laughter and joy, suddenly you get up. But suppose you are sitting down with a heavy head, something is bothering you. The fellow said, last week I went to your hospital. Why I was nothing wrong. You charge me 100 rupees. Oh, you tell 100 rupees. So there is nothing wrong. What is there to laugh? True. That becomes laughter. Are you getting that? See, the freedom, absolutely free. So look at yourself. So no confusion. When there is no confusion, you are a total clear sky of consciousness in yourself. Every cloud is a beauty, not a threat anymore. Like in vast space, can you say cloud is a threat? Will you like to enjoy all the time summer? What nonsense. If there is summer sky, what will happen? We will be boiling. Lovely rain has come. Let the typhoon come. Let a cyclone come. Let anything come. As long as you know and escape the route. That is why there is a satellite tracking. There is a cyclone tracking satellite. Tornado, typhoon, satellite, tracking satellite. So nice. Same thing inside you. In a blue sky of consciousness, let 1,000 moods pass. Thousands of clouds, and some are very big, built up, beautiful. But you become so conscious that tornado, that cyclone of emotion doesn't destroy anybody, blesses everybody. Yours is a very conscious built up inside. Are you getting that? When unconscious built up destroys you, destroys others. Unconscious built up destroys you as well as destroys others. When you are conscious built up, you enjoy the creativity, and also it blesses everybody else. That is why your life becomes so beautiful. Absolute beauty. No conditions apply. everywhere. Even, this is so beautiful, so beautiful. Having told this, so please remember that. Then he says, so those who thus very clearly, Arjuna, you don't create confusion because ignorance is natural, perception is natural, individuality also is natural. But help the person to understand himself. What is the confusion? Taking himself to be what he has instead of knowing who he is. So, give him the knowledge about himself. Since he is already in confusion, listen, since already in confusion, not knowing about himself, he is losing himself in a role. Now, shall I give him a new role or shall I make him know himself? Solve it. When you initiate somebody into a practice, you are giving him a new role. You are giving him a new religion, new faith, new cult. You are giving him another role. Getting a new role can be exciting in the beginning, but after some time it can become as boring as the old roles. That is why help the person to know himself and not give him another role, another practice. Please observe. That is why you come here to study, don't try to pick up another language. Be yourself. Another language, another thought, another discipline. No. You be yourself. Very, very important. I'm follower of this, follower of that. No. You are yourself. Don't take even satisfaction that I am in a good crowd. Don't even take a satisfaction I'm exposed to this good knowledge. No. The I is an impossible survivor. Individuality can survive in so many different ways. It can hide under any little role. Very genuine, very spiritual, very religious. In the name of austerity, denial, morality, good, bad, it can hide behind it. You must see it. It has to be a slave, to be used by you, and never a master. Ahankara bimudha antakarana. If you are overtaken by ahankar, you are finished. If you are using the ahankar, what's wrong? Are you getting that point, please? If you are using the I thought, what is the problem? Anything but that matter. If you are driving a car, car is driving you. Simple. You are eating something, food is eating you. Simple. Same thing I thought. You use it. Okay, having told this, now go into the next one. Bhagavan says, what can I say? So don't confuse people because look at the helpless condition. Sadrusham cheshtate swasyaha. Prakruter jnanavanapi prakrutim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati. Sadrusham cheshtate swasyaha. Prakrute jnanava. Prakrutehe jnanavanapi. Even a person, hey Arjuna, who knows the nature of everything, guna, the sense organs, the sense object, the body, the mind, jnanavan api, sadrusam cheshtate, swasya prakrute sadrusam cheshtate. Everybody engages himself according to his own prakriti, nature. According to their own nature, they will function in life. Like, you can see the examples. Every child is told, don't play, go and study, it will be nice for you. How many children listen? Some children will listen, but some fellow is prakriti, nature is, he will go and play around. What shall you play? Outdoor activity, somebody indoor activity, somebody climbing a tree, somebody watching, swimming into somewhere, or take, like toys of every kind. Each one. Everybody comes with certain samskaras. All the human beings, we are all born same, no doubt. But everybody has certain samskaras. That is where punarjanma, reincarnation, becomes absolutely, rational to accept. Father, mother remaining the same. Different children are totally different. Somebody likes music, somebody likes mechanical things, somebody likes to be creative, artist. Somebody becomes a dud. Certain things are there with the children. Everybody comes with it. Samskar, it comes with it. Apart from that, please listen, apart from that, perception is something which is natural to everybody. Seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, natural to everybody. And in the process, what happens? As you have been seeing, whatever you are hearing, touching, smelling, each one will give certain impressions. And depending on which one is comfortable, you shall repeat it. If it is uncomfortable, you get out of it. That is how everybody starts developing habit. As a result, later on when you grow up, you shall gravitate towards the same type of thing. That is why the childhood taste is never forgotten. Everybody likes mommy's cooking. Why? Because that is deep within you, deep inside you. Childhood sounds, childhood touches, childhood smells remains very, very deep. Just see it, please. It remains with us. Because your first experiences, they leave deep impressions. Please see that. For every person, if you sit down and think for yourself, you can see it very clearly. The thought, the first experiences, early experiences of life, it comes up. And because of that, later on, you gravitate towards it. It's like you are a South Indian, you'll go for South Indian breakfast. You're North Indian, go for North Indian breakfast. European, go for European breakfast. Mexican, go for Mexican breakfast. Why? Other things are not food, huh? Everything is food. Why are you gravitating towards that? There is a South Indian wise man, North Indian wise man. He is a wise person. Born in South, has been born in North. Have a buffet. Ask the people to go. Where will they go? The South Indian man will go to South Indian food, North Indian, North Indian food. European go to European food. If they go there, what will he say? Oh, he has got still likes and dislikes. It's not like and dislike. It's natural. Normal, the person goes there. Later on, of course, only thing is, suppose you say no, or he chooses to be, he can easily switch. In wisdom, what happens is, there is easy switching. In ignorance, there is total fixed. Rigidity, fixation. In wisdom, there is total flexibility. That is the name of the game. Wisdom, flexibility. Ignorance, rigidity. That is what? Natural. Flexibility does not mean perversion. Understand? But that the rigidity is a perversion. The person must be rigid. He can't be otherwise. Understand? Anyway, so sadrusam chastate. So everybody, prakrute sadrusam, just like their own nature, everybody, Arjuna, does it. Just like you tell the child, you study, you shall be successful. How many people listen? Same way, if you tell, if you know yourself, you will be free, happy. How many people listen? It's so easy to be angry, so easy to be jealous, so easy to fall into the line. So easy to live a very habitual life. So easy. Sleeping has been a habit. Suppose you ask him, wake up in the morning, meditate, be some time. Which one is easy? Sleeping or to wake up and sit down quietly? You shall do that, sitting down quietly. If you do that, only if you know positively that it really means something. Or else you will not do it. It's very difficult. Because it's easy to follow your nature. Bhagavan says, look at that. Huh? Krishna himself throws up his hand. Prakrutim yanti bhutani. Bhutani prakrutim yanti. All the bhutas. Bhutas means bhavanti iti bhutani. Subject to change and becoming. All the beings, prakrutim yanti, they follow their nature. Mama nigraha anyasya nigrahava kim karishyati. My control, others control. My injunction, others injunction. My teaching or others teaching. My talking or others talking. Kim karishyati. What shall he do? Why? The fellow listens everything. Does what he wants to do. Does it sound familiar? You listen everything, but ultimately do what you want to do. Just think of it. Ask yourself, this is introspection, asking yourself the question. I listen, I am the happiness, I am the absolute, I am the... Then fight for a banana. I am the absolute happiness, I am absolute happiness. But my chappal, how can we remove from there and put it here? Oh, you must be happiness. I am the absolute happiness. How can you disturb me when I am sleeping? Oh, you can be disturbed also. Must be true happiness. Right? Just think. I know I am the happiness, but the fellow always tells me I am stupid. So, the other person tells you are stupid. So you are so upset about it. But I am the happiness? Huh? Unconscious activity. Sadrusam chestate swasya. Prakrutim bhutani prakrutim yanti. Everybody follows his own nature. And this comes from where? Samskaras, impressions. From this life as well as from past life. Suppose you don't believe in the past life, forget it about it. Just forget, don't worry. Suppose you don't believe, who cares? Don't say, that becomes a problem for me. Why are you making a problem for the unknown? Possibility of talking as to, in a child, born in same family, without being exposed to anything, some child, you give them an egg from the beginning, the fellow will throw it. You will not eat anything non-vegetarian. And certain children, you give them, non-vegetarian food, he will eat like a tiger, it cannot live without it. Everybody doesn't like everything, understand? Everybody doesn't like sweet. Everybody doesn't like sound or a touch or a taste or a smell or a food. It's not that everybody is crazy about food, everybody is crazy about sex, everybody is crazy about sound, everybody taste. No. It is not true. You are crazy about something. Don't say everybody. Don't generalize. It is not true. Why is it so? Samskaras. Suppose you say, no, I don't believe in. All right, forget it. In these life things you manage. You shall be gravitated towards things that you have already been exposed to. That has become your prakriti. Please see. Seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling is not our choice. We have been doing it. Whatever we are exposed to, that impression remains. Therefore, everybody goes towards it. Now listen. Such a person comes to your class. He wants to study. First time he comes to a teacher. And he comes with the whole baggage. You tell him, you should not listen to music. Condition number one. You are not supposed to look at these things. You are not supposed to touch this. You are not supposed to test this. Do you know what happens now? It is just like putting barriers in front of the car, roadblocks. You think you are going to make him very disciplined by putting roadblocks. But every time the person gets a roadblock, he becomes more violent. You should not do that. You should not do that. So guilt, guilt, guilt. And when you are not supposed to do it, oh boy, you become the number one vigilante. Why? Because if I am not allowed to do it, nobody else must do it. Are you getting that? Where from the harshness comes? The hardness, when you are hardened, you become a real, like a criminal, you become hardened. Why? I am not doing it, no? Therefore, nobody else must do it. You are totally intolerant. Don't you complain? If I am not speaking, if I am not allowed to speak, why that fellow is speaking? What is your problem? If I am not allowed to eat, if I am not allowed to take a sweet, how come that fellow is taking? Your eyes are now for everybody. Because you are getting that? You become so hardened. That is why it must be spontaneous. The person must be conscious. You voluntarily give it up. Why? Because I am so interested in being with myself, other things just doesn't matter. So in the beginning stages, you may put a roadblock, but immediately help him to understand as to why he should not do it. Because there is a purpose, or else it will be a purposeless practice, means nothing. A purposeless denial. Just like mindless indulgence, mindless denial. Are you getting that? Previously the fellow is mindless indulgence. Why can't I do whatever I do? All right, you have done all these things. What did you get? Nothing. Therefore, mindless denial. What will you get? Because you are tired of indulgence, for some time the denial gives you relief. But after some time, hunger builds up. That is why people go crazy. No, there should be a purpose. Why should I do this? So that because I want to know that I am the absolute happiness. Therefore, cut it off. Can I cut it off and still be happy? Okay, experiment. Why not? Previously I thought I'll be indulging and be happy. Didn't work. So when I don't indulge, I feel relieved, but that's not happiness. Come back. And when you are engaging yourself in these studies, in the beginning stages, this will happen. Sadrusam chestade. Prakriti miyanti bhutani. Everybody shall follow his own instinct. Are you like person like that? Yes, don't worry. That is how it is. Mama nigraha kim karisati. Hey Arjuna, even if I said don't do it, who will follow me? Ishvara, Krishna himself throws up the hand. Krishnanand says he will fix his disciples, right? What nonsense. Krishna throws his hand up. Krishnanand thinks he can fix it up. What nonsense. You must know how to deal with it. That is why he show the mechanism. Why do the people develop this? Mama nigraha kim kari say, whatever I say, they will not do it. Oh, if so, that means what? So we shall leave people to do whatever they want to do? That is not the point. Point is, teach him how it happens, why it happens. Read the next verse. It's so sweet. Again get it by heart. Next one. Indriyani indriyarthebhyah ragadveshau vyavasthitau tayor navashamagached tuhyasya paripanthinau indriyasyendriyasyarthe ragadveshau vyavasthitau tayor navashamagached Tohasya paripanthinau. Please see. If it is so if you say, oh, prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati, everybody follows his own nature, my control or my injunction, what way is going to help, that means everybody should be crazy. No. Understand the mechanism of it. When it happens like that, why it so happens? Please appreciate. Don't blame the person. Please appreciate. How it is? Indriyasya, very simple Sanskrit, very simple idea. See it for yourself. Indriyasya arthe raga dveshau vyavastito. Indriyasya for the sense organ, indriyasya arthe, indriyasya vishaye, for the sense object, raga dveshau vyavastito. You cannot escape raga dvesha, like and dislike. Why? Ishte raga, anishte dvesha. For the sense organ, toward the sense object, you cannot escape raga dvesha. Listen carefully. Very careful. You are now sitting down here. Okay? Beautiful cool breeze comes. How do you feel? How do you feel or your skin feels? So let's change the language. Suppose you are sitting down, your body is here. Let's speak that language. Your body is here. You have placed your body here, sitting down. Now gentle cool breeze comes. What is the feeling on the skin? Nice. Ishte raga. Ishta means desirable. Nice. Oh, so cool. Huh? I like it. Does it become like this for 6 months in a year? Yes. Oh, it's very nice place. More. Are you getting that? Ishte. Raga. Sitting down, 12 o'clock, the strong loo, hot wind comes and burns your way. How do you say? Oh, anishte dvesha. I hate it. Now look at that language. Feeling is at the level of the sense organ. Comfortable feeling. I love it. Is it necessary to say I love it to have that feeling? Is it necessary I hate it to have that experience? Why are you coming in? But it comes in. That is why ahankara vimudatma. These are all natural. Are you getting that point, please? Happens. Indriyasya artha ragadvesha vyavastha. Like, you are sitting down, the cuckoo sings from a distance. So nice. Two fellows are shouting and fighting with each other. Why are they shouting? Certain sounds, ishta. Certain sounds, dvesha. What has happened is, we have created this list in our head, and such a big list and so familiar, that previously, in the beginning, when it was happening, slowly I was liking, or slowly I developed, recognizing the like and recognizing the dislike. But when the list is made, permanently embossed in the head, the moment it happens, you understand? First day you are going for eating food. Please appreciate these things. If you understand this, Brahman, you don't have to worry. Brahman is already fixed. You just do the groundwork. Automatically it happens. You don't have to worry about that. Please. Take this example. So your first day you are going for food. Do you know what food is going to come in your... You are a 10-year-old child. 8 or 10-year-old. Just any time. Can you be a fresh experiencer every moment in life? You will be different. That is where wisdom comes. Anyway, suppose you are going to the food. When you are sitting down there, you go for the food, and first time you are tasting a new product, a new thing. Suppose you gone there, a new dish is given to you. When you look at a new dish, what is your reaction? Do you crave it or do you resist it? Nothing. Why? Your brain, your mind has no clue. Will you like to eat mane? Mane? Now, what is your feeling? Mane? Swamiji, what is mane? Do you like it? How can I say? Why? You hate it. You can't say anything. So I brought you mane. In Germany, there's your food. Nice wafers, in between hazelnut fillings. Now what do you say? Oh, don't tempt me. What is it, don't tempt me? This thought is given to you. And already you like it. The moment you like it, your saliva starts becoming. See? Practical demonstration. I get that. You that? Very nice. Okay. Suppose I say, will you like to eat one cow leg? Let the saliva come. Stinks. Don't even. Some people will vomit. You understand the reaction, where from it comes? Thinking of, I use that word itself, my mouth feels rotten. Meaning what? Just see, you must see it. Okay, so when you go there, first time when you're taking that food, suppose the food is tasty, ishte raga. Ishta. Very comfortable sensation. Can you have it again? Can I have one more? Yes. Only one mango. You know? Ishte raga. Listen. Anishte, if it is very hot, very pungent, and listen. Can you consciously behave? This you cannot escape. Since you cannot escape the comfortable and uncomfortable sensation in relation to sense organ, sense object, you cannot escape raga dvesha inside. Are you getting that point? Indriyasya indriyasya arthe raga dveshau vyavasthitau. It is an universal declaration. Sense organs will have likes and dislikes. Not that they will have means what? They will record comfortable and uncomfortable feeling which you cannot escape. Okay? You know the second line what? Remember for the longest time of your life. This is my favorite quotation. In the second line what? Tayorna vasamagachet. Do not come under the spell of it. The scriptures, the teacher, the Vedas do not say, don't have ragadvesha. You cannot escape ragadvesha. Don't come under the spell of it. Is it too much to ask? If you say, don't have ragadvesha, this is the spiritual discourse. What is spiritual discourse? Samsaris have ragadvesha. The man who becomes a religious person or a wise person, he has no ragadvesha. What is this? You cannot escape ragadvesha, but you should not come under the spell of it. Tayorna vasham. Are you getting that? Vasham na agachet. Vasham. Mango will be tasty. Tamarind will be sour. Chocolate will be tasty. Maybe another food will be spicy. Chili food will be very hot. Chili will be very hot. You can't escape the taste of both things. The problem is, Chocolate is sweet is not a problem. I want sweet is a problem. Anything is tasty is not a problem. I want it. That there is a man or woman in the world is not a problem. I want that man or woman. Other than headache. So what creates problem? Perception? Your likes and dislikes? No. Vasamaga. Where are you coming under the spell of it? At the level of your sense organ or at the level of your thought? You are coming under the spell of it at the level of your thought. But average person is so animalistic. Everybody punishes the body. You make the mistake, body gets the punishment. How do you like it? Just think. You make the mistake. Who is overeating? Who is overeating? I. You are not satisfying the hunger of the body. If you satisfy the hunger of the body, 2 chapati is enough, 3 idli is enough. Hunger of the mind, 20 also is not enough. So who is torturing the body? So you indulge, then you completely punish. Whom are you punishing? Body. Body goes through him, but in the process you also destroy yourself. So Tayor, see the principle. It doesn't tell, therefore don't see and don't hear, don't taste. No. Tayorna vasamagacchati. Why? You cannot live without perception. Living means perceiving. Physical body activities you cannot escape. But tayorna vasamagacchati. Why? Tau ragadveshau asya purushasya paripanthinau. Paripanthi means enemy. Is like a who takes you away from everything. Tavasya paripanthinau. What is that word? Let's see what Shankara gives, Purasya paripanthinau. Sreyo margasya vignakartaro sanskaro eva. That this is something takes you away from this Shreyas Marga. This Ragadvesha, they will come there. If you come under the spell of it, you shall be lost. Your whole life will be thereafter spent in avoiding what you don't like and craving what you like. What is life? What is life? What are you doing in life? Avoiding everything what you consider uncomfortable and craving for what you consider comfortable. When you are a wise person, happy with yourself, there is no such compulsion to avoid. If it is there, you face it. Avoidable, avoid. Cannot avoid, face. Happily face. Nothing destroys you. That is why you don't change your thoughts. You change your thinking. You understand yourself. You don't change your memories. Can you change your... Please, why don't you take that statement for 1 second, please? Can you change your memories? Can you change your memories? Memories are in the memory bank. You cannot change. You can have, like suppose, previously one memory was drinking. Now you push another memory, another bite is don't drink. But that doesn't take away the first one, drink. Are you seeing that? That is why people forgive, but they don't forget. But people who forget, automatically forgiven. Because when you forget, somebody asks you, I'm sorry I told you that. What? What did you tell? You can feel relieved and go back. Why? Because the fellow doesn't even remember what you told. But another person says, okay, people do commit mistake, forgiven, but not forgotten. So after 15 years, somebody tells something, did I not forgive you that day? That day I should have shot you. Tavasya paripantino. That is why, please see the language. Where on earth you get this? Everybody is busy, like Ragadvesa is like your Satans and the Mara, the black force, devil force, the negative force. They are going to remove them. Remove them. Tayorna vasamagache. Don't come under the spell of it. Is it too much to ask? Do they bring you under the spell, or you allow yourself to come under the spell? Come on. Do they cast their spell on you? Or you drag it on yourself? It is like telling, this blanket is making me hot. Summertime, there is a blanket on your body. If you are struggling under a blanket on your body, and you say blanket is making hot, what people say? Why don't you throw it out? Can you say, it come and riding on me? I can't know what to do. Can you say that? No blanket ever covers you. You drag the blanket. You put cover your eyes and you say, it's so dark everywhere. Are you crazy? So take that responsibility. That is a beauty. But what the average religious man will do? They will try to take your responsibility. There is some God, he will take responsible care afterwards. And this so fellow who is selling the God, he is taking care of you here also. What is this? Tayorna vasamagache. Tavasya paripantino. If you do not know how to handle it, it becomes your distractor. If you know swimming, water is your sport. If you don't know swimming, water is your burial. If you know driving, scenic cruise. Don't know driving, burial. You know how to eat? Healthy. Don't know how to eat? Dead. Don't know how to see, hear, taste, touch? Life is a celebration. Don't know how to do it? Misery. You know how to think? You know how to be yourself? Yes. Freedom, absolute. Don't know? Stuck on the roll. Which one you want? You choose. It's neither good, nothing bad. You choose. You can make it. Okay? And suppose you have got some weaknesses, now he demands absolute honesty. Look at that. Fantastic. Read that one. Sreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat swanushthitat swadharme nidhanam sreyah paradharmo bhayavah Sreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat swanushthitat swadharme nidhanam sreyah paradharmo bhayavah. So be absolutely honest with yourself. Ask yourself, what dharma you have got? Do you have ragadvesha? Do you have kama, desire, krodha, anger, greed, hatred, jealousy, indiscrimination, arrogance? Do you have all these things? Listen carefully. Do you have all these things? Yes, I have. Listen carefully. I have this. If you have it, accept, recognize it, and with that, listen please, with that it is better to suffer it, let it bring you pain, misery, everything, but don't pretend to be somebody else. Paradharmo bhayavaha. You are full of anger, don't pretend to be kind. Why? Because if you pretend to be kind, your anger will not be dealt with. You cannot be kind for a long time. Paradharmo bhayava. This is the meaning. Meaning is not jati dharma, guna dharma. If you are a kshatriya born, brahmana born, vaishya born, shudra born, so be a brahmana, you are a brahmana, don't be a kshatriya. Nonsense. That is not talked about here. Because there is no such natural caste division. We shall see when the 4th chapter comes, we shall see that. There is no natural caste division. Guna karma vibhaga, na jati vibhaga. Are you getting it? Not by birth. Nobody becomes, by birth becomes a brahmana, a vaishya, a kshatriya, a shudra. Only by guna and karma. That is the scriptural declaration. What is practice is a different thing. That is why if you look at it, you study, it becomes so beautiful. If you are a person, for you anger, hatred, jealousy, you are riddled with it. Don't pretend to be kind, very nice, very sweet. Because in the process, you will be only pretentious. Weaknesses will not be dealt with, strength will never come. That is why people fail in life. You are a gossip. No, there are some people, just like verbal diarrhea. Verbal diarrhea, Verbal diarrhea means they cannot keep their mouth shut. They must talk nonsense. If it is not there, you must create some nonsense to talk about it. Suppose that fellow, you tell him, keep quiet. Yes, he will keep quiet. He will never talk. But mind will be spinning for new gossips. You understand? You tell the person, he's like a thief. You put him in the jail. What does the thief do? Plans what shall he do after he come out of the jail. You have put him in a condition where he can't commit any theft. But he shall be planning after coming back. So there he shall be friendly with the people there also. So after he comes back, what all things he'll do? Same way, person, ask him, stop talking. Of course he stops talking. Then what does he do? Spinning. Why? The moment the Mauna time is over, everything nonsense comes out. That is why don't pretend. The Ishvara, these are the testaments. The beauty, the insight into human character, you shall nowhere get it. Where is a scripture which talks about the deepest psychological, complicated stuff? When the psychologist will surrender to all these things, they won't know what they are talking about. Of course, each one will be proud, I know also. How do you know? Anyway, why talk about it? Think of it. Sreyan Swadharma Biguna. It is better to be Swadharma Bigunopi Sreyan. Swadharma, your own nature. Swadharma means your own nature. What is your nature? You can take it from all standpoint. You can take from all standpoint. This all standpoint you can take. So go into the extreme most. Poverty. It is, you are a poor man, better be poor than pretend to be rich. You are a poor man, be poor. Why are you pretending to be rich? Because if you pretend to be rich, you will be further impoverished. You are a poor man, you can spend 5,000 rupees for your marriage. But you want to pretend to be 50,000 rupees, so 45,000 rupee loan. You are destroyed. Your body is 70-year-old. Same 70. No, this is uplifted, that is uplifted, this is uplifted, you look like 30. Then heart attack. I can also climb and die. What is the problem? If you are my body is strong, I behave like a strong body. If body is weak. Everything. You need a glass. So what is the idea of, I don't know, why? No glasses. So struggle all the time. I need a glass, can't read it. Ta-da. Oh, perfect, finished. To read, I need the glass. To look at you, I don't need the glass. No, nobody should see I am putting on a glass. Therefore, Why pretend? Whereas when you have something, you are a rich man, you pretend poor, you will be richer. You are a strong man, you behave weak, you will be less problem. You can hear everything, but you pretend as though you can't hear. And then people will not blame you. But you can't hear, but you say, oh, yes, 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 yes. Now, what is that? Yes, 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 yes. You did not hear anything, but you are telling yes, yes, yes. What is this? No, are you getting that point? Same thing at the level of the thought. You have raga dvesha, much more important, because all your behavior at the level of the body, sense organs, your interaction has its root in your thought. So be absolutely honest with your thought. Do you have anger? Do you have the krodha, kama, desires? Does it build it up quickly? Do you have an attraction for something? Do you still have a strong like and dislike for something? Yes. Then don't pretend. Tell everybody, man, I am a short-tempered fellow. See, don't touch me, don't touch me. If you tell me anything wrong thing, I will get very angry. Suppose you tell everybody, and by chance one day you get angry, everybody will blame the other fellow. He has been telling he is short-tempered. He is telling that he is like a scorpion. You touch him, he will sting. Now why are you touching his tail? Everybody will tell the other fellow. But suppose you are pretending as though, anything goes. Then one day, by chance something made a mistake, boom, you explode. Huh? Hey, I thought the fellow smiles everything, that's why I tell him a joke. And look how is he reacting. Say headache. Headache. You pretend to be, anything goes with me. And then you say, how can you do this? What? Are you getting that point, please? You can share with me any thought. Then you say, how can you do this thought? How can you think? You understand? Pretentious people becomes very difficult to deal with. Whether other person is pretentious or not is not my problem. I must see for myself. Am I pretentious? Am I pretending to be somebody who I am not? If you are doing it, you shall send wrong messages and therefore you shall receive wrong messages. The moment you send a wrong message, you shall receive wrong message. I thought you were a happy man, so I will deal with you like that. It's like this, you pretend as though you have got 50,000 rupees in your pocket and you can spend as you like. Then I said, can you have this one 5,000 rupees and that's only 5,000 rupees? And you give me an idea that also you can spend it. Can you pay that? Then you say, so just because somebody's money you can spend as you like. You only told me to spend it. You watch out now. Suddenly you block out. That person is not honest. Because you get wrong messages. Are you getting that point? The moment you give a wrong message, that you say be honest. Can you do? Yes. Cannot do? No. Are you an angry man? Yes, I am. Suddenly I get little like that. Too many raga dvesha. Swamiji, you don't know, like this. So suppose somebody reacts, what do you say? Why are you talking? He's like that. What's your problem? Or somebody, anytime the fellow goes to kitchen, every time he creates a problem. By now you know, this fellow comes now, problem will be there. So now you can wait. Problem is coming. Enjoy and work out. Simple. You know the problem is coming now, because you have not recognized. And another person, no problem. This fellow will do whatever you give him, whatever he return, go away. Go away. So why is that? So again and again, why is creating problem? Again and again, why are you not recognizing how the other person behaves? No. Are you getting that point? That the other person is behaving funny, you are complaining. That you are so incapable of recognizing the person's mistake. What, that shall give you a Nobel Prize? Anytime I drive the car, Swamiji goes to the left. That is how the stupid car is. That has a flaw. It goes to the left side only. So if you are a top driver, you handle in such a way, so much pressure, that exactly goes on the road even though it is left-sided one. So if you are so smart, and that fellow is continuously reacting, you know exactly how to adjust. No, I will not adjust. That person will change. What right have you got to change somebody? You cannot. Why? You have not changed yourself. This is known as the wrong expectations. You understand? Why the ashram, why the whole world is full of conflict? Because everybody is highly critical of other people's mistake, but never about his own mistake. Never. Adults will commit every nonsense children should not do. You think children will follow it? Yes, they will follow as long as they don't have a voice. When they have a voice, they'll say, go to hell, they walk out. The father is crazy, the mother is crazy, the uncles are crazy, and the children should be all good behaving, well-behaving child. Right? It's like some people come and push their children ahead. Say, do namaskar to Swamiji, do namaskar. I have told many parents, just shut it up. Don't do that. You think I am craving for namaskar? What are you doing? Punishing your children for? You want to do it? Fall. But don't do that. Because you have not done it, don't do it. You want to be offended. I am telling you a fact. I very gently tell them people, you want to learn your child to fall? Fall. The child will automatically fall. No, children must learn good behavior, but you shall stand like a stick. Parents can drink, children should not be. So drinking party, children locked. You think children know that you are playing bingo? Huh? They know what you are doing there. So just they are waiting for their time. So they will get drunk and you can't say anything. Why? Because you are drunk. That honesty. This, these are the verses. Because this is groundwork. Universal groundwork. You do this groundwork, you cannot escape yourself. Because what is affecting you? Brahman is affecting you. The space is affecting us. Build a nice house. Space is beautiful. If your house is in trouble, how are you going to enjoy the empty space? Foundation. Therefore, be honest. Sreyan Swadharma Biguna. Oh, I like this laddu, I like this chocolate, I like this thing, or I don't like this, a sound or a taste or a touch or a smell, or I have this desire. See the whole mode of kama, krodha, lobha, which level I am in relation to something, just a thought, something desire, something anger, something hatred, something, oh, mind is full of it. Somebody tells you, how is that person? Oh, he's so nice. How is that person? Ooh, don't talk about him. How is that dog? Ooh, don't. You are getting how you react. 100 subjects. One person is reminded, you talk about a person, oh, what is he doing? How is he doing? You talk about another, oh, don't talk about that to me. Why? Because that brings out bad memories. So you know your differences very clearly and live with it. Deal with it. Paradharma, su anushtitat. It is better to be aware of your weakness and learn to deal with it than to pretend to be very good in somebody's nature. You are not kind. Don't try to be extraordinarily kind. You may be extraordinarily kind, but your cruelty doesn't go away. But if you deal with your cruelty, you become kind. So when you pretend to be somebody, when you pretend to be somebody, you never become what you pretend to be, but who you are never changes. Your anger doesn't go, the kindness never comes. That is why at the long practice, I have been practicing kindness, you still remain a crook. You are practicing something without dealing with who you are. That is why these good values don't work, because bad things are already set inside your head. You understand the logic? Even after 30 years in an ashram, 30 years with a guru, 30 years with something, 100 years with that, you will not change. Why? Because the other side is not touched. I have been doing puja for 20 years, but nothing has happened. Nothing will happen because you are doing wrong thing. That side is not touched. So, be honest. Swadharma nidhanam sriya. Holding on to your own weaknesses, it is better to pass, even if something is affected. Paradharmo bhayava. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to be somebody else. And our whole life, especially today's man, full of masks. Full of masks. Have you not seen people? Please come in. Inside, you are hitting the fellow's presence. Why the fellow has come without phoning up? How did he come without telling me? Inside you are boiling, but outside, please come. How long you are planning to stay? Suppose say 5 days. 5 days, oh, only 5 days. You understand, your outside, inside is totally different. One day you can pretend, next day you explode. Be honest. Not proud of your weakness. Not proud of your weakness. That is how I am. I want to be myself now. So these things can be counteracted. Okay? Now, this is beautiful. So, if you are absolutely honest, problems are solved. Okay? Now the next thing we shall see in afternoon. Beautiful. Arjuna will ask that question. God, what you say is very true. That is true. I should be very honest with myself. But then, even if I want to be nice, I want to overcome those things, it doesn't go away. Not that I enjoy being stupid. Not that I enjoy being angry. Not that I enjoy being jealous. Not that I enjoy gossiping. Not that I enjoy trying to talk nonsense. No, I don't. But it comes. Read the question. Oh, we shall see in the afternoon. Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha. Arjuna uvacha atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha. We'll see in the afternoon. Fantastic verse. This is the description of it's like a universal theme for all times. Both, we shall see a little more. Now, close your eyes.